Well, hey, Beth, it's Jamie, that's me here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another review of Growing Up Hip Hop. So let's go ahead and get straight into it. TT and Sean, okay? So they speak on the bachelor/bachelorette parties and how neither one of them was feeling it because Sean didn't want to be around no strippers or nothing like that. He wasn't impressed. And I'm like, baby, you're right. You was impressed, maybe even a little bit, honey. But I understand the cameras was there, so you really ain't want nobody to catch your natural reaction, girl. We get it. We see. All right, so they speak on the wedding and how she allows him to have little input. Okay, TT don't really let him say too much of nothing. What else did she say? She said she's trying to I said she's trying to make it seem like he doesn't want to be included, but in actuality, she won't really allow him to have much of a say. Okay, because a lot of the things that Sean has to say about the wedding goes against what TT wants. So that's why she don't want to hear from him, right? But still want his input at the same time. It's confusing, okay? So what else? He doesn't want no glamorous wedding. He really wants it plain and simple. Let's do this and get it over with. But of course, she feels the need to impress. So therefore, they will have some type of wedding, okay? Excuse me. So now we get to JoJo and Denise. This scene really made me feel away. JoJo was sick, okay? And I noticed when JoJo was sick, JoJo may be sick, but he got enough strength to play the video game. Keep that in mind. So I just felt like if that's the case, then why don't you get your ass up and go to the store, okay? So, but he said that it's not C-19, he has a cold. Okay, well then you ain't that sick. You feel what I'm saying? So JoJo wants to go on a triple date, all right, with Boogie and Eric, and he wants his wife to come. And Denise says that she isn't sure because she does have a lot going on, all right? A lot going on is being a mom to 2 kids and also, I guess, being a businesswoman at that, all right? And she says she ain't got no clothes. Basically, she doesn't like how she looks after having their child, all right? He suggested that he put her son down. He was like, hey, do you mind if you like put the kid down and then, and I can watch him for a little bit while you run to the store and grab me some medicine or whatever like that? And I'm thinking immediately, hell no. Because if you're sick and he starts crying or whatever, that means you're going to have to pick him up. And I really don't want to risk him getting sick right now. So, no. And then he said, oh, you could probably take him with you, take a stroller or whatever like that, right? So as soon as she asked him, like, if he could go, he starts to make a big deal out of it. He starts to make an issue out of it. And it's like, look, you sitting up here on the couch, not feeling great, being lazy as hell, playing the damn game. You see me over here nursing this child, taking care of this child. Then I was just in here fixing your ass some tea. And you mean to tell me that you can't get up and go? Why don't you get up and go and get you some medicine since it's a block away and it's just up the street? If it's not that far, then it's okay for you to get up too, right? Right. So I just feel like with her doing all the work and things that she's doing around the house, I just feel like it shouldn't be an issue if you get up and go do it yourself. I mean, you had enough time to play the game. You feeling okay to do that? You felt okay enough, or you was good enough to go off and go to a bachelorette party and do whatever else she was going to do over there. Right. But then now when she is too busy, it's a problem for you. See, I feel like with JoJo, he creates these issues with her. And I feel like maybe she responds and acts the way that she acts with you is because of some stuff that you probably did, right? So we'll get to that towards the end, okay? So let's just stay on this part, right? So I just feel like you got energy to play the game and watch the child. If she goes, oh yeah, I said you got energy to play the game. That's 1, and watch the child. That's 2. While she goes off to get you something. If you got energy to do that, then you got energy to get up and go a block and just get your meds or whatever like that. So that's just how I was feeling. So, I mean, you asked her a question. When you ask a person a question, there's 2 options. It's either yes or no. She didn't really necessarily say no, but you really was upset about the fact that she wasn't sure about going on this date with you. That's what that was it. That's what that was about, okay? He hated that. I'm sorry, I hated that he wanted to act like a baby. Like, yeah, she would have went and got his medicine, but he made it a much bigger deal than what it had to be. Plus, he was the one that got to go to the bachelor night, and hang out and all that other stuff. Meanwhile, she was at home doing whatever she needed to do as far as the kids are concerned, right? So, cut her a little bit of slack, just a little bit, right? So later on, we see where Egypt, Sam, and Boogie and Eric ended up linking up. Egypt and Sam are in the studio. Eric and Boogie stop by. Y'all, I get tired of Eric. Like, Eric is so fucking irritating to me. What's going on in your life, Eric? Because you bother me so much, okay? he just being everybody business, but don't nobody be in his business. The only business we talk about is the weed business. Congrats. And then we talk about this damn documentary that I don't give a fuck enough about. Okay, sorry. Like, what's going on in your relationship? Tired of him. Anyway, but hey, Boogie, how you doing? Hi, hey, Boogie. Anyway, so Sam tells them about the charges and how the guy started to fight with him over his sexuality, right? So Sam says if he goes off to jail, he wants the guys to look after Egypt for him, right? So Boogie tells him about the bachelor party and how he felt like Lisa Shawn was not happy about the bachelor party. It went in with like 2 strippers and it was a whole bunch of dudes. If it's going to be a whole bunch of dudes and not enough strippers, why am I there? So Boogie decided he was going to skate out. Okay. So then Eric. I feel like Eric is such a messy butch queen. Like, I'm just, ugh. All right. So he brings up the wedding in Egypt. Okay. So he talks about like the wedding and stuff. Really, he just wanted to be messy and get some tea and all this other stuff in her. Okay. So she says that TT mama calls her and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, they don't think they're invited to the wedding and they don't care because they don't want to go to the wedding anyway. So there's that. All right. So Boogie and Egypt go outside and they talk. And she talk about the issue with Sam and how she's scared and all this other stuff. And she doesn't know, like, if he gets locked up, how people are going to treat him when he gets inside and all this other future stuff that she's thinking about, that she's so worried about. And Boogie is like, we ain't even going to put none of that in the atmosphere. Like, we're not even trying to go down that far of the road, okay? So she says that she's always wanted to have kids by the time she was 28. And she only wanted to have those kids with Sam. So therefore, she'll wait for him forever. She's going to have to put it on hold, but she'll wait for him because he's the only person she wants to have kids with. You know what, though? I just feel like, I mean, even the first thought that came to my mind is Egypt is young. Egypt hasn't had a lot of boyfriends. I feel like she's not experiencing an apartment. Egypt is just young, okay? And a lot of young people just want what they want when they want it. But at the same time, I feel like Egypt is old enough to know. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you old enough to know a lot of shit. Sam has been around for quite a few years now, girl. You old enough to know. But anyway, girl, good luck. Let's move on. She says she'll wait for him forever. We talked about all of that. She says that's her man. She gonna stick beside him. Okay, girl, good luck. TT and her mom. So they discussed the wedding and the reason for the rush of the wedding. Primarily it's because she wants her grandma to be around. She's concerned that her grandmother, I think in so many words, I feel like TT thinks her grandmother may end up passing or something like that. Like, that's what it's giving me. She wants to make sure that her grandmother is available. So, you know, she said that she wants her grandmother to be able to have a memory of her or something like that. And of her wedding. And I'm like, girl, the memory is gonna more so be for you than it is for your grandmother. But okay. Anyway, I understand. Okay. I get it. She wants a grandmother, whatever. So her mom brings up Sean and his business. She's like, okay, you live here. His business is there. What are y'all gonna do? And TT said, well, I was hoping that in about 3 months that he could get some stable workers that could be down there working. Because and see, that's the thing with me with TT. She wants Sean to compromise everything for her. She don't want to live in Jamaica. She can't live in Jamaica for a long period of time, but you want him to relocate because your business is in the U.S., but you want him to relocate to the U.S. because his business is in Jamaica. And I just don't feel like that's fair. But then you want to diddy bop and walk around and tell him, I want you to buy me this much of a ring. It has to cost that much. I want you to buy me a big old house. I want to get this boat. I want to get that. I just can't stand it. I hate it. And then at the same time, it's kind of like, that's what you get, Sean, because we never see you put your foot down. You say you put it down, but based on how she treats you, you don't. She runs all over you. And you're going to get to a breaking point at some point, okay? But there's that. Her mom tells her, no, ma'am, 3 months not going to work. In order to make sure this business is up and running off the ground, because she's the attorney for his business or something like that, she says he needs to be there for 6 months or so. Keep in mind, she says 6 months or so. Meaning this could actually go out to a year or 2 years. And TT's like, I'm not going down there for that long. Like, I'm not going to be able to be in Jamaica for like 6 months. Yikes, girl. Well, you should have thought about that. All right. You should have thought about that, ma'am. You wanted to be with him and rock with him and all this other stuff, girl. Y'all should have thought about that. Yikes, girl. But yet here we are. Okay. What else we got? Oh, yeah. Then she said, what she said? hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to look at something and see something. Oh, okay. Um, hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. Give me 1 second. Okay. Oh, this is neat. So then I could come back. Okay, perfect. All right, cool. So anyway, what else did I want to say? So yeah, TT says that TT doesn't know. She just thinks that he needs to sacrifice, in so many words. That's what TT says. She wants him to sacrifice things, and that's pretty much what I was saying earlier. I just don't like that he has to always compromise and sacrifice things for her, whereas she's not willing to really do that for him. And I just feel like that's just ultimately, I just feel like that's messed up. So we get to Sequoia and Sam in Egypt, okay? So they all bowling or doing whatever they do, and Lazy Bone decides that he's going to show up so he can talk to Sam about everything that he got going on, right? Okay, so they go talk. And Sam tells him about his experience, right? He says, listen, I'm facing 10 to 15 years. He says, my experience being in this industry, in this entertainment industry, and how he tells him about him being in the entertainment industry and how he has been painted to be a villain and like an opportunist, right? And then he also says that he had been depressed for some time. So he says that he went up to like a building or a top of a parking lot area or something. And he says that some of the security guards ended up coming up there. I guess they got a phone call or something. So they ended up coming up, right? So Sam says, I thought these were my guys, right? But come to find out, they weren't my guys at all. They started to come at me and start talking down on me. Excuse me. He says they started to come at me and they called me out my name, basically calling him the big F word, right? And then he says they jumped on him. And for me, my thoughts are this. I think that's definitely messed up for y'all to like want to beat up on somebody because their sexuality or how their lifestyle is different. It differs from yours, right? Excuse me. I just think that that's totally messed up. I don't think nobody should be getting harmed or beat up on or anything like that because you don't agree with their lifestyle. However, excuse me, y'all. However, I feel like this. Your story not adding up, Sam. It's not adding up for me. Your story's not adding up for me, okay? What did Sam say? He says, well, what I said was, Sam, your story is not adding up. I honestly don't know who is actually telling us the truth, okay? You said that you were depressed, right? You said you went up to the top of a building. That's when some dudes came up to you and they started to fight you, right? Well, what you in Egypt said at a different time was that y'all was at a bar or something like that and y'all was just hanging out. Then you said these dudes just, at first I thought your homeboy had got beat up. So you ran over there to protect your homeboy. But then I'm also hearing, before you even told this story to Lazy Bone, I'm also hearing that there was some type of argument that ensued where people started to insult you or saying things about you. Then you ran to the car or ran somewhere, pulled out your strap and did pop, 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 pop into the sky. So some things are not adding up. If you're at the top of a building or the top of the parking lot, did you ride all the way up there? Or did you run that? Like, what was that? Like some things that Sam was saying, it's not clicking, Stephen. It's not adding up. So I don't believe the story that he told him. Like, if you were indeed attacked for your sexuality, your lifestyle, I think that's messed up. It don't matter who it is. Whether I like you, whether I don't like you, I don't think that that's right. Okay? So there's that. But at the same time, your story not making sense. Talking about you was depressed, and you was this, and you was that. I'm like, girl, it's not giving. Did anybody else catch that? And if I got it wrong, clear it up in the comments because it's not making sense to me. Let's move on. Eric, Boogie, and JoJo. Boogie walks in with the beautiful girl. I think her name was Adrienne Richardson. I said the fact that y'all gave us her first and last name makes me believe that she's somebody's child. Okay, must be some type of celebrity kid, but she was very, very pretty. Eric walks in with his gym coach of a wife because that's exactly what she was there and damn giving us. Like she had just left her aerobics class. Hated to see it. I was like, girl, irritating. Hated to see it. I really, like, she always come looking like a throwaway. And I just want to, and she's not an ugly woman at all. I just want to see her, like, dress up one good time. Like, it be giving I'm tired and through. But anyway, JoJo arrives without Denise, okay? And we're learning that she was supposed to show up, but she ended up texting him saying that she's not going to be able to make it. She was like, listen, I thought I was going to be able to come and do the little salsa dancing or whatever we're doing, but I'm not going to be able to make it, honey. I'm sorry. Like, it is what it is. He's very disappointed. He tried to play it off, but JoJo looked like he was pissed. JoJo looked like he was pissed. I said, oh, baby, they finna argue when he get back to this house. Like, they finna really, like, yeah, they finna argue, right? So JoJo headed out, right? He about to leave. He about to go link up with his wife to see what's wrong. He said, sorry, guys. I thought I was going to be able to hang out, learn these dances or whatever like that, but I got to head out. Tell me why. Tell me why. Here go Eric. Wait, hey, where you going? Wait, what's going on? Hey. It pissed me off so much because I'm like, bro, you see he frustrated. You see he just want to go talk to his wife. You did not talk to him to really try and calm him down or anything, even though I didn't think that he was like, go cuss and yell it and, you know, all this extra. I do think an argument was going to happen, like, period. I do believe that. But I don't think it was going to be something that was going to get out of hand or whatever. But either way, I just felt like when JoJo left, he didn't leave in like an erratic state of mind type. He just left because he was trying to get back to his wife. He's embarrassed. And you want to run outside and you just got to the damn salsa dancing. You leave your wife inside to run downstairs to check on your homeboy so you could be nosy as hell when in all honesty, you was trying to get information about what's going on with JoJo so you and your wife can have some damn pillow talk later. I hated it. Hated it so much. What else? JoJo says that his wife has been acting real awkward. He said we had childcare for the night. So I don't know why she didn't want to come. I don't know what that was about when we already had somebody there to take care of the baby. So he's upset and it's obvious. We know they're going to have a different argument or something later on that day or that night. I could tell that he feels disrespected and he feels embarrassed as hell. JoJo says that he isn't feeling the love from his wife like he used to. And my problem is this: how you know she feeling the love like she should feel from you? How you know she feeling like she getting that from you? Huh? So he's looking like, he's looking at it. What did I say? Oh yeah, I said he's looking at it automatically as though she's the one that's in the wrong, instead of like looking at it as though he could have possibly done something wrong to make her not want to, you know, to make her change up how he's being loved, right? What else? So later on we see TT and Sean, they go look at a wedding venue. All right. It looks like the wedding gonna be outside on the beach. She wanted it on the terrace. The mama and the son and Sean, they didn't see it like that. They was like, girl, this shouldn't be up here. And I'm glad because the terrace looked a mess. I said, girl, don't walk on the beach. She's like, I hate the beach. I hate walking in the beach. Oh my God, look at the shells. I don't want to step on that. I feel her a little bit on that, girl. I feel you on that, girl. Everybody don't be want to walk on the beach and have stuff stick them in their feet all the time. I feel you. But they told her they could put a platform down so that she don't have to literally walk on the beach. She don't have to worry about her dress touching the sand at all because she hates the sand. So it seems like she's gonna go ahead and do it on the beach, right? Sean was kind of funny to me this entire time because he gave her pushback like the entire time that they were there. And then she goes to him and tells him to not act like a brat. And he's like, I know you're not telling me about acting like a brat when you've been getting an attitude with everybody out here. I said, come on, Sean, start checking her because she can do whatever she want to do, but you can't. I don't like that. So the aunt doesn't want Tyran to come to the wedding because he doesn't want to get the jab, right? She's like, he can't come. And TT like, well, how do I tell him he can't come? And the aunt says, well, he gonna have to sit over there with his mama. Right? Aunt throwing all kind of shade. But what you need to know is that Tyran don't give a damn to go to the wedding anyway. It's not that deep or that serious for him. Okay. So there's that. JoJo and Denise. JoJo is feeling a way about being stood up. She told him that she was sorry. Denise says that she canceled because it was super late. On top of it being very late, she had nothing to wear. Okay. Somebody told So I felt like somebody should have told Eric's wife that she could have canceled too if she was gonna come out the house like that, right? So, but I will say at least she showed up in literally whatever she had. Literally, she just showed up. Okay. JoJo asked her if she's going through postpartum. She says that she doesn't feel herself anymore, but she doesn't know for sure if it's postpartum or not. Right. So he says that he's trying to help her and that she could have just worn whatever. Yeah, because I'm sure you was looking at Eric's wife, which is why you felt that way. What else? He says he asked no, she says that she's trying to I think she said she's trying not to lose herself, right? She's been doing her best. He's still not listening to her at all and yelling at her and saying that she still needs to learn how to balance, saying she needs to learn how to balance being a wife, being a mom, being a businesswoman, and do all of this. And I'm like, and what the hell you finna balance? What you finna balance? I don't know. It was something about that. It's like he's still just not understanding her or seeing where it is that she comes from, right? He's just not... It's not clicking. But what I will say, so these may not have everything in order, but what she did have in order was that makeup at 8 a.m. in the morning. Okay. If Tanice not going to do nothing else, Tanice going to make sure that face is done. Okay. For sure. And I'm like, girl, it's 8 a.m. Y'all arguing, but you sure make sure that you had enough time to go in there and put that makeup on and then tie your head up and lay down in the bed as though you was really, asleep or something like that. And you just woke up. Okay. But I guess, girl, she was over there chilling about whatever, girl. Anyway. So there's that. Y'all leave y'all thoughts and comments down below regarding Tanice and this husband of hers, JoJo. But when it got to Brianna ended up getting arrested. Okay, Brianna ended up getting arrested. She recorded it all on live. The police knocked the phone out of her hand. She said that she was arrested with no warrant and no reason. And because I was like, what is the reason she was even arrested? I don't even know. I mean, what was that about? I don't know why they even added that to the show. It literally was like a 1 minute, 1.5 minute of what happened with her. Okay. And even including with her confessional talk and everything. I was like, it's not that we didn't need it, but why did we need it? Like, are we going to get more to the story next week? Is she suing? Right. I think we are going to get more to the story because I think somebody's mom is going to talk to her and say that I want to help you. So I'm like, help her how? Is she going to sue the police department for, the no warrants, false arrest and all of that, leaving her child to be abandoned in a home? Like, what's going to be the end result? So hopefully we find out more because truth be told, they gave us this 2-minute clip at the end of this episode. That could have saved that for next week. OK, that's that. That's all that I have. Y'all hop down below in the comments. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below. Okay, I'm Jamie. That's me, honey. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Jamie. That's me. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.